Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. While I was away, right after the last episode, I went in and I was looking at Space Age add-on, and I wanted to change how it said Untitled Spacecraft, so I went in here, the Vehicle Assembly Building, and again, I think in future episodes I'll probably cut this out. I mean, it's not a long wait, but anyway, let's get rid of that. I did title my spacecraft. I named it Mosquito because it's really tiny. This is the one that we used last time. And then I went and found the file that I can't see it on here. Let's go back to the main menu. Well, not main menu, the main KSP. There we go. This right here, whatever this is called. And I was looking at, after I made changes to the text file, now the name of the craft appears here, so that's good. First launch, instead of saying unnamed spacecraft, now it says Mosquito. I went and changed those in the text file, and that's just the game config file. I forgot exactly. I think it's located. Oh, it's in your save folder. There's a couple files there that you can edit and change the name of craft and a few other things. So that's done. There's a few things. Actually, most of this stuff we can't. I could do this, perform experiments around the center, and I'll do that in another episode. I'm going to build a lander, a rover, and drive it around KSP. These are temperature scans while on Kerbin. In the water, badlands, shores. I may or may not. Same with a goo. May or may not get to those. I don't know. This is flying low. I'll probably do a few of these at some point. This one's easy to do, but this is the only one I could find that I could do on the launch pad. Just basically run the decoupler through the staging sequence. I don't have any other one of those. I do have the SpaceY test, the SpaceY solid rocket booster at the launch site, but I don't have that part yet, so I can't do that contract. I think I have observational surveys. These are most of these are in flight, which I don't want to do right now. This is testing. I have a few of them where I test parts while I'm splashed down, while I'm in the water. I'm not going to do those yet. I'm not sure if I will at all, because there's plenty of contracts to do. I think this episode, I'm just going to do this one real quick, and then build a sub, or maybe, I'm not sure. I'm going to build a rocket that has the science pack on it, and just put it in the atmosphere. I'm not sure if I'll go into space yet. Escape the atmosphere. Maybe. This is to test the decoupler while splashed down. And this is the liquid fuel when splashed down. So I have to be in the water when I test that. That'll be interesting. Of course, it doesn't have to have... It doesn't have to have... It doesn't have to have fuel in it. Excuse me. That could be interesting to do. I could build a capsule with a tiny, tiny fuel tank in the engine, and then a decoupler, and then I can get that in the water and test it. Might do that. Might do that instead of the science pack. Stack decoupler. Let me write this down so I don't forget. I do have, by the way, a bunch of names for rockets that I wrote down. Most of them are famous, well, names of rockets that the U.S. space program has used throughout its history. I'm going to use the same ones for various tasks. Alright, so this is the... I wonder if I have the FTP DS1. I may not even have that decoupler. I know I have the LVT-45 swivel. Now this one, I have to test the hammer while at this altitude, at this speed. I think I'll do that. Let me see if I have the decoupler first. Okay. Decoupler. FTP DS1 stack decoupler. How big is this? Oh, that'll work, I think. Yep, that's about the right size. Okay, so we could do that. Plus the engine. Yeah, I'm going to do that real quick. I think just do those couple contracts. So let's move this over. I have to test this while it's in the water. Let's put the decoupler on. So I'm not going to go out of the atmosphere. In fact, this rocket's just going to fly really low and slow and then go in the water. Decoupler, then a tiny fuel tank, like that one. How much fuel do we want in there? Let's make it a redstone color. Or Titan, Atlas, Soyuz colors. And we'll give it redstone. I don't know if there actually has to be... I'll give it a tiny bit of liquid fuel and a tiny bit of oxidizer. And I'll just have the throttle up just a tiny bit in the water. And when I activate it. So I'm going to need an engine on this. And hopefully this isn't so much weight, too much weight for this parachute. It was that one, the swivel. So this is what's going to land. And I'm going to test this engine. And then I'm going to decouple it in the water. And that should take care of that. How big is this? This is 0.25 mass. How much are these? 600. I want to use a cheap decoupler because that way I don't lose a whole lot of... Ooh, this one doesn't cost anything. I could use that one. How much does it weigh though? 1 ton. See, and this is only 1/4 ton. I want something light. Ooh. I'm supposed to test this on the launch pad. We'll do that later. This is a very light decoupler though. Costs a lot of money. I don't think I want to use a 1 ton. I think I'll spend the 250 and use the 1/4 ton decoupler. Okay, and then I need... Let's just use the flea again. I think that'll do. I think that'll do it. Do we need the goo? I don't think so, not on this trip. But I haven't done goo in... Have I done goo in water? No, I haven't. So let's just bring it. This one right here. Bring a couple of them. In case we do use them. We got thermometers too. It's a little off. Not that it matters a whole ton. Okay, there was a button. Was it C? There we go. C that makes it that, what do they call it? It makes it lock properly to another part. Okay. Toggle, it's a snap, that's it. Now if that's like this, I think that's C makes it 30 degrees. Interesting. Okay. So what do we have here? Solid rocket booster goes first. And then, oh, we need to, hold on a sec. Yeah, we're going to decouple that. So we're going to hit it with the booster, and then decouple. And then when we land, we're going to activate the engine, and then this decoupler. Sorry. Got something itchy in my throat. Okay, this is, I think, Kerbal Engineer is what this is up here. That's a toolbar. Yeah, that's it. Kerbal Engineer. It tells me how much delta V is in each part, each stage. Probably don't need that yet. We don't need that until we start getting into space and going to different planetary bodies. Okay, let's review this. How much fuel we got here? Don't need that much. Okay, so we're hitting the booster. We're going to head out over the sea. We're going to decouple. Booster. Decouple. Actually, we're going to need the parachute first, right? Yeah. Parachute. And then we're going to... So. Solid rocket booster. Decouple. Parachute, land in the ocean. Not sure what that green little star is there for. Let me check. See if I'm doing something wrong. It doesn't say I am. There's nothing on the design checklist that says I'm doing something wrong. Okay. I just hope it can. It really should be able to carry the weight of how much weight is that in this? 1.5 tons. Does this say how much tolerance this is? How much it can carry? Full deployment altitude, semi-deploy. Safe deployment, maximum safe deployment speed, 264 meters per second. Tolerance 12 meters per second impact, but it doesn't say how much weight it can carry. Unless I'm missing it. I don't see, but what we have the fuel tank. So we got a capsule, which is almost a ton. Fuel tank, that light one, which has hardly any fuel in it. It's not even, it's 0.06 ton. So that's very light. And then the rocket engine itself, 1.5 tons. That should be fine. Okay. engine, decoupler, parachute, run the engine, decouple, and then recover. That should be it. Do we need any fins on this thing to keep it stable, you think? I think those... How much are they? 25 each. Yeah, what the heck? We got plenty of money. Okay, so we're just gonna. This is just a variant of the Mosquito. I think we're good. Let's launch. Who do we want to go this time? Let's have Jebediah go again. I need to hire another pilot. By the way, you can get pilots to join your program free if you rescue them from orbit, which is always fun to do. It's one of my favorite missions. Orbital rendezvous and rescuing pilots and bringing them back down. We're going to do that probably pretty soon. Alright. I think it's time to go. Let's go. So I have the... I don't know why this is showing. That's the... what is this? The Orbital Rendezvous mod, I think. It helps you dock. It's a docking indicator. Don't need that. Okay, so let's review and make sure. I thought it says we got. Oh, it's 100. You're right. Right. Okay, that's right. That's what we want. Okay, let's turn on the stability control. We're going to hit this. I'm just going through this again. Decouple, parachute down, activate that engine, and then the decoupler. Now, the contracts. We do have contracts, right? Where'd they go? I thought, didn't we accept those contracts? Let's go through these. First launch. Okay. Kind of clear out these achievements. Alright. I guess I should go back and make sure maybe I didn't take those contracts. Hold on a sec. Let's go back to the Space Center. Maybe I didn't accept those contracts. I didn't. Oops. Okay. Test the swivel engine. Perform the test. Activate the part through the staging sequence when the test conditions are met. Test conditions are on Kerbin and splashdown. Okay, so we'll take that one. And is it this one? Right. On Kerbin, splashdown. This is that decoupler. Take that one. Here are our active contracts. Okay, let's go back to the launch pad. Mosquito is sitting out there ready to go. Alright, sitting out here ready to go. Splash down, splash down. Alright. I guess we're ready. Always makes me nervous before a launch, because I'm afraid that I've messed something up. And I don't want to have to go back and recover if I don't have to. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, I don't have enough thrust. Not enough thrust. So let's revert back to vehicle assembly. It's not what I wanted to do, but... So basically we didn't have enough thrust for this weight. So we're going to put it up to 100 and see how that works. Alright, that should do it. So the first launch, basically, I treated as a test at the launch pad. So here's the real launch. Alright, let's see how this works. See if we can get this going out to the ocean. I don't want to be going too fast. Doesn't look like we're going to. Okay, there we go. Can I do goo? I don't know if this is going to give me anything. Got 1.6 science. Okay. Let's do the parachute. And get us in the water so we can test the other two. So where are the parts? Ah, landed right there. That was the solid rocket booster. Now I'm hoping... Yeah, that might be too fast for this engine. It might be destroyed when we hit the water. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go a little faster. Where are we? 70, 60. I wonder if I could slow down by wiggling. Yeah. So the engine's gone. That sucks. But we can test the decoupler. Let's see if that... I'm not sure. Doesn't show us our contracts anymore. What do we get here? Heaviest launch. Okay. Most complex vehicle. Okay. So I don't know if it... Can't tell if we were splashed down or if it didn't like it. It's not showing the contracts, which I don't know if that's a glitch or what. Huh, not showing them. Well, we could... We got 4 science out of that. Temperature scan. Take that. And we can do an EVA. Crew report. Get that done. Let's recover and see what we did wrong. What I did wrong. Okay, we got more science, which helps. Crew report from Kerbal Shores, temperature scan, Mr. Goo. Okay. Jebediah got a couple more ribbons. Got some science and splashdown in... See, it says we're splashdown in water. So what's with the contracts? Did it not... It's like they disappeared. Oh, maybe it's because when I went back, after I accepted them and then I went back to the launch pad, they did... That's weird. That sounds like a bug to me. But that's okay. Now we know that until we get better parachutes, we're not going to be able to test this one. Well, let's do the decoupler at the launch site real quick. We know we can do that. Well, like I said, I'm not an expert at this game, and I'm going to make mistakes at the launch pad. I'm going to be doing things that probably explode, and I'll have to reset the mission and things of that nature. Let's see. It was the decoupler, so we don't need that. Just the decoupler. Now I'm wondering if the craft is set like this, and I use the decoupler, is it going to shoot me up in the air? It might. Can I... I forgot how you position rotate. Yeah, like this kind of. Well, let's rotate it the other way. Like this, maybe. And I don't think we need these. Or that. Or the parachute. So we're just going to go out there and lay this on the ground and shoot the decoupler. See if we could do that real quick. Okay. I was also thinking maybe it might be fun to put a parachute on this, see if this decoupler shoots us up in the air, and then hit the parachute. So let's see what happens. I don't know. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Kind of glad I'm laying on my side there. So we tested the decoupler, and yeah, it works fine. Look. 18 kilometers, 20 kilometers. I wonder if that's going to hit, like... I don't even see it anymore. If it's going to land in somebody's backyard. Alright, let's recover. So that gave us a little science and money. Well, not science, but it did give us a little bit of money. I think. Okay. So we did fulfill the contract, didn't we? Did we not? Hold on a sec. What's happening with... Oh, this is the wrong decoupler. Oops. See? Silly things like this. Yeah, that was the wrong coupler. Darn it. Corvus decoupler. There. Better. Let's try this again. Alright. Test Corvus decoupler. Corvus decoupler. Got it. I'm still kind of curious what happens if... Shall we try that? I don't know. Let's tilt him back on the other side. Because he can't get out if something were to happen. There we go. Now Kermit. Jebediah feels better. Alright, let's go. Okay, this time we're pointed it that way. And that's all ocean out there. So this should be pretty safe. Let's see what happens this time. And activate. Nice. The other one was much more powerful. But that works. Alright, shows that we got the test completed. Let's recover the vessel. Okay. So I think we just got funds. What did we get from that? We got 1 science, it says. A little bit of money, a little recognition. Not a whole lot. But it was something to do. I think... How much... Like what I want to do is just build... Let's just go build a small... So let's just build a small rocket with some science on it. And get it out in the... do some science in the air. How much is the science pack? Oh, this is the mobile processing lab. I don't see the Science Junior. Maybe we don't have that yet. Let's see. Fit an entire lab into a more user-friendly form factor. What does this look like? It looks like the Science Junior. Ooh, it's smaller. I don't think that's going to work. It might. No, I think this is for something else. I think the Science Junior comes in another upgrade. So... yeah, I could try to escape the atmosphere. I have enough to do that. I have enough tech to do that. So why don't we go back? Alright, let's go here. Mission control, and let's take this. Basically, we have to get to 70,000 meters. That shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to accept that. And... test CRT solid fuel booster. Problem with this is we have to be at a certain altitude and a certain speed, which can be sometimes hard to predict. I think we'll just do, for now, we'll just escape the atmosphere. Let's see, what is this? On Kerbin. While flying. Mr. Goo. Flying low. that's you have to be in an aircraft for that. Sounds like he's agreeing. We could put the decoupler on when we splash down. Not sure how we would do that though, because we're going to need the heat shield to come back. And then once we're splashed down, we would have to, I guess, remove the heat shield, and then, I don't know if I want to do that. Can't do that until we get better parachutes. These I have to fly to designated sites. So I don't have a whole lot here to choose from. I could try and work this one in. Just kind of depends on... Once I splash down, I think I could right-click the heat shield and have it removed. Or... Oh, I know what I could do. I could use a couple decouplers. I haven't done this before, though, where I could put the capsule, decoupler, and then the heat shield below that. And then another decoupler to get rid of the liquid fuel tanks. And I'll try it. I don't know how it's going to work, but... Where is it? This one? Let's try it. Alright. That was the FTP DS1 decoupler. Alright. Let's build a rocket. This is going to be a new design. Alright, new design. New. Mark 1 command pod. Shall we color it? Gray and white. White. Dark. Let's make it gray and white. Or just white. Configure vessel naming. Ooh. This must be part of another mod that I'm not aware of. Huh. I'm not going to mess with that right now. This is going to be... Let's call this the Redstone rocket. This will be a sub-orbital rocket. And where's that decoupler? It was that one. Looks like I can. Can I put a heat shield? Oh wait, I don't have heat shields yet. Do I? I don't. So... do I want to do this or just wait? I could do this one. I could test the decoupler in the water when I splash down. It's cheap. It's... Well, if I'm going to do that, then... I don't need this rocket yet. Let's load this one back. Change it up a bit. Yeah, I might need the goo. Let's just leave them on. And decoupler. I guess I could land. I don't think it will be able to. I was thinking putting a parachute, land with the booster, the SRB, but I think that's going to be a bit too heavy. Yeah, it's 2.2 tons. It'll probably be destroyed. I could put another decoupler on, like a real cheap one. This one. And then put the flea on here. So basically, we hit this. We'll need this down here. Like, hit this. Hit the SRB, decouple it, parachute, and then test that one in the water. I think that'll work. No problems with the design. Okay, so we're going to test this decoupler. Splash down. FTP DS1. Okay. So this. Decouple, parachute, decouple. That should do it. Alright. How much? Let's limit the thrust again to like 50. And we don't need that much fuel. Just enough to get us out into the water. Probably. We'll just go with that. Alright. Alright, let's get this little contract done. Then we'll get some more science, and then next episode we can probably do a flight where we escape the atmosphere. We'll see how this one works. Alright. Engine. Decouple. Parachute. Decouple. Alright, let's go. Turn this over so we can make sure we get into the water. It's actually pretty stable for not having any fins, but it is small. Do I have any science? Nope, no science. Alright. We jettison that. And there it goes. Gonna hit the water. Alright. So this is pretty slow. Do we have any science? We do. What can we do? What can we do? Temperature scan. Keep that. Crew report. Over Kerbin's water. Keep that. So we get a little bit more science. And let's speed this up a little bit. And then when we splash down, we'll turn the capsule over, do a temperature scan, and a mystery goo. For science. So this is Mr. Goo from Kerbin's water. Good, good. And another temperature scan. 3 more science from Kerbin's water. And let's turn over. I don't know if we can or how much we can. I guess that's probably going to be the max. I wonder if this is going to launch us. Hopefully not. Let's go ahead and test this, though. Alright, so all it did is just launch it down into the water. So, okay, looks like we got our contract completed. That's good. And we got more science, so let's recover this vessel. I think this one was a good little mission. It gave us some science. Did I ever do... I have a mystery goo here that's undone, but that's okay. Okay, we earned 16 more science. We have 69 now, so we should be able to get a couple more R&D pieces down there in the R&D center. We should be able to research a couple more areas. Okay. So let's take a look real quick. We have 69 science. Where is the heat? This is the heat shield. We need this one, definitely, if we're going to go into escape atmosphere. So let's take survivability. That's 15 research. And we have how much left? 54, 20. But get both of these. Or we could get basic science. This has the Science Junior, which I really want. Before General Rocketry? I think so, because I have enough rocket power to get me, at this point, to get me into... I think I do. I should have enough. I don't know. The thrust on the swivel engine isn't that great. The General Rocketry gives me a more powerful engine. Yeah, the thrust on these are much... This one especially is better. 200? This is the Reliant. 200. I'd like to have both. This is 20. That's 65. I don't have enough. It's okay. I can get enough science from the Science Junior to get me enough for the General Rocketry. So let's get this first. Besides, I want the batteries. I'm not sure what the capacitor's for. It's from the parts, one of the parts kits. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So I need more science right now. Let's hit this. Let's get the basic science. Okay. And that means we're only 11, about 10 short of General Rocketry. We should be able to get that and this in our next, in our next science grab. Plus there's a bunch of science to do around the KSB Center. So, alright. So, that's where we stand now. I think I'm going to leave it here. The sun's almost down. And when we come back, we're going to build a rocket that has the Science Junior. And we're going to take the Science Junior into flight. And what is this? Can I recover that? I can. Okay. We're going to take the Science Junior in flight, get more science, and I'm going to spend it on the General Rocketry, get bigger engines, and when we come back next time, we're probably going to have a launch that goes into well, at least escapes the atmosphere. So, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.